Coach, what do we know about the Bearkats with a K coming in from Sam Houston?
Yeah, let's talk about the Bearkats a little bit. This is a team that hangs its hat on defense. And Kalani mentioned Casey Keeler. You guys have to understand how good a football coach Casey Keeler is. As he mentioned, they won a Division I AA national championship at Delaware way back in 2003. He was the head coach there for a number of years. He went to Delaware to college. And then he won a national championship at Sam Houston State and what we now call FCS in the spring of 2021. And in between, he's been to just every, semifinal and final you can think of. ESPN recently listed him as one of the top 150 football coaches of all time. He's a defensive-minded coach. This team is going to be well coached on defense. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to be well coached. They have some athletes on defense. They're in a little bit of an interesting dilemma because in making this move from FCS to FPS to step up and play, at a higher level, they redshooted an enormous number of their players last year to get them to be back for this season. So a lot of guys are going to be playing that didn't play last year, and they were, they didn't have a great stellar record last year. They're 5-4 because of that. But you got to remember the previous two seasons they were 21-1 in FCS. So this is a high level program. Think Appalachian State before they made the transition, right? Yeah. Remember when they went up and beat Michigan? Offensively is where they struggled this last season the most. They didn't get consistent quarterback play. Keegan, their quarterback, is back, but he's coming back off of a year where he completed 47% of his passes. He only threw for 1,100 yards. They have to fix that passing game if they think they're going to compete this season in their new conference. And clearly they're going to have to throw the ball better against BYU. They've got a solid run game. They've got a solid defense. I think what happens in this game for BYU is that BYU's big guys up front on both sides of the ball wear these guys down over the course of the game. This is a game that might stay close for a little while, and that might surprise some people. And I think BYU's size and physicality maybe wears them down over a period of time, and eventually BYU pulls away in this game. But this is not a bad FCS team. Like, this is a very good program.
They should be able to hang for a little while.
And they're extremely well coached. Do not undersell how good a coach Casey Keeler is. He's a very, very good football coach.
So it gets going. It's a late one, 8:15 p.m. here local time. And Marvin, by the way, from Harriman, Raymond from St. George, Tim from Harriman. Cities in the great state of Utah. On the Wise
Spencer
Guys
McMillan
tonight.
says, hey, they're keeping who's starting quarterback a secret, which is true.
Yeah.
BYU's announced it's Keaton Slovis. There's a couple of transfers. A transfer from North Texas, Gunnell, who's been around a couple of places.
And hasn't played a lot since Arizona a few years ago.
Right, and Ward transferred down from Washington State, and his quarterback job's been up for grabs. All three of those guys are mobile, can throw the ball around. I mean, the bottom line is, if you're going to throw the football, it takes more than just a quarterback. And it was a real area of concern last year, and they're trying to focus on getting better in that area. But they'll be able to run the ball a little bit, so it'll be fun.
Kate Porter from South Jordan, Utah, is with us tonight. DJ, will you show the picture of the uniforms? BYU announced what they're going to look like on opening night. And we'll try to describe it if you're just listening. If you're watching, you can see it's going to be the Royal helmets, the Royal tops, white pants with the Royal trim. And there's been a little debate as to, is the face mask white or is it gray? The pictures we're looking at here looks like it's gray. But this is the same look that they wore when they beat Baylor last year. And they're rolling it out to beat another team from Texas, Sam Houston, on Saturday. So that's the look for the Cougars. And
I like the Royal jerseys, the Royal helmets, and the white pants. I think it's a clean look. The traditional look for BYU is the Royal, the white pants, and then the white helmet. So you kind of go white on the bottom, Royal in the middle, white on top. And that's their traditional look. That's the one that Kalani likes. So, hey, that's funny, by the way. Kate Porter says, hey, Blaine needed to erase the blackboard behind him. That play could be crucial Saturday.
It might be.
Sam Houston may have spies out watching this show.
Hey, Timothy from
that's not a play, by the way.
Perth, Australia, here with us on the Wise Guys tonight. So, Timothy, thank you. John is with us from Arizona, in Camp Verde, Arizona. Doug just jumped on the front runner train in Farmington. We're moving. We're on the move with Doug tonight.
Don't you love it when Perth, Australia just checks in?
I just love it.
I love it when Perth, Australia just checks in with us.
And there's a question here, a local radio show reporting that Hinkley Rapati is out for the season. We don't know if he's out for the season. We know that he is out. That's why he's not on the depth chart. And we'll see. He's got just the year left after the transfer.
Right.
And
he does have a red shirt available.
Does he have a red shirt?
Yeah. So if this is something that keeps him out longer than they hope, then there's a possibility he could redshirt and come back, right?
Yeah.
So I think they're just evaluating what they need.
So nothing official from the university, but when you look at the depth chart and you don't see him anywhere, that tells you that he's dealing with some challenges. Some information on our broadcast, DJ, if you put that up for game day on Saturday. And Steve Young's going to join us in just a couple of minutes. Hang with us and bring us your questions. Season premiere Saturday night, 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain on BYU TV. We'll be live with the fans at Cougar Canyon just outside Lavelle Edwards Stadium for the first hour. Then we're going to move our broadcast to our broadcast platform inside the stadium to show you all the festivities. 2 hours of pregame coverage, including interviews with Kalani Sitake and Keaton Slovis, expert analysis from Blaine, David, Nixon, Brian Logan, Spencer Linton will have interviews as well. And then BYU and Sam Houston, 10:15 Eastern, 8:15 Mountain on FS1, followed by our live post-game show on BYU TV. That's all Saturday night on BYU TV, and the weather's going to be perfect for football.
Yes, it's supposed to be temperatures in the low 70s at kickoff. Could it be any better than that?
That's going to be awesome.
So, hey, Derek Day family, tuning in from Maryland.